Hello there. Rather than waffle on in this video, because I have since learned I'm absolutely shit at making YouTube videos, I'm just going to show you what this little device can do. And I might talk a little bit about it at the end if you're very unlucky. First of all, a request from somebody, you know who you are. This has to be one of my most favourite Mega Drive games that I have ever played. And Simon H4, as you can see, it runs beautifully. It's absolutely perfect. The device itself is very well built, very comfortable to use, and it's just been superb. It's just such a natural way to play these old games. So I'm going to do press a little button. You've actually got save states on this, which is a nice little touch. Let's kill these little mushroom dudes. I'm not exactly that bothered about being brilliant at it. As most of you know, I'm not brilliant at games. But yeah, just to give you an idea. Oops. Yeah, you know, bearing in mind that I am absolutely... Ice cream van? Oh yes. Anyway, yes, enough of that before I get completely and utterly killed. Yes, this is the Mega Drive emulator running, and it's absolutely perfect. It's brilliant. It's an absolute dream to use, easy peasy. And second request, I would say, goes out to you, Vecman, who loves his Sega Master System. And it took me a while to find this game because, as you can see, the MD games are highlighted in blue, whereas the SMS games are not. Yes, it's not scaled, so let's have a look. Go to the change options, and if let's have a look. Display options, horizontal scaling software, vertical scaling software, and when I return to the game, yep, it's now stretched onto the screen. But it's just fantastic. I'd say if you are a fan of retro games, this is an essential bit of kit. Basically, it's just enormously difficult to play through a camera. So let's just exit out of here for a second. Now, it's not all plain sailing. The SNES emulator is a little bit more complicated, but that awful hiss noise. But I do believe these things are a work in progress. So what we can have is fantastic. Axlay I've not got to work properly yet. ActRaiser just doesn't even boot up. But they're free. What can we do? Can you complain that much about it? What I have got working, works great, and there's a certain amount of interest from myself toggling with the ROMs and seeing what you can get working. As you can hear, there's a slight crackle on some of the sound effects. as I said, work in progress. Oh, slow down. Enough of that. We're not here to look at how crap I am at games. Let's have a look. Anything else? Now, here's an interesting aspect to the Super Nintendo emulator. It's the transparencies. Some games work with them on, some games don't work with them at all. I think I have F-Zero set at no transparencies, and the game runs fine. As soon as you stick transparencies on, it plays like an absolute dog. But without the transparencies on, it just actually doesn't look brilliant, does it? Yeah. Let's go to the options and let's have a look. Sound is on stereo. Our transparency is off. There we go. Now let's save the settings for current game. Go back, return to game. Yes, that's better. Smoother. So, I'm not going to make this a long video, so I'm just going to go to one of the other main attractions, which is the arcade emulator. Now, this really is a mixed bag. Anybody that knows MAME knows that it can be temperamental if you don't have the right ROM set, for example. And what I've learned, you need to get a completely different ROM set, or I'm under the impression it's a completely different ROM set, to actually get working games. R-Type Leo, for example, runs beautifully, but there's no sound. So there's room to find out what's going on and get it working. But as you can see, there's not a shortage of distractions on here. Let's just go to something. Magical Drop 2. Magical Drop is a game I go on about a hell of a lot, and probably most of you haven't gone to check it out, so let's have a couple of minutes on that. There's a certain thrill with watching a certain logo come up. Why they haven't invented something like this legitimately, I do not know. I mean, a portable Neo Geo. Oh, there we go. Now this is Magical Drop. It's an action puzzle game. And I really am not going to be playing this very well at all. Normally things are a lot faster. Oh, it's so hard to see. And when you get a whole load in a row and empty the screen, you get a really pleasing 10,000 point bonus and other crazy shit, I suppose. So yeah, you get the idea. That's Magical Drop. Let's shove it on another game for our last few seconds and leave it at that. There's a lot going on with this device, and I might make a couple of minute amendment to it, but I probably won't actually, because I've forgotten what the alphabet's all about. Let's have a look. Final Fight, where the hell are you? There we go, Final Fight World. Here, there we go. Another little look into it. On a lot of these, you can toggle 16 bits, 650. Yeah, you can toggle certain variables on each game as well, if you were that way in mind. But no, here's a classic. that a lot of us remember. And I love this game. Like you're all surprised. Fucking hell. That was easy enough. Right, I've gone over 10 minutes, so I don't know whether this will upload to YouTube, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing this. And